You're up all night, bro. That's a good shot, actually. Try to get it over at you. 2 hours shot. I wish I had some on the rocket. I don't have any shape. I didn't bring anything. I usually bring a car. I didn't bring my gun down.
Good, good, good. Let me check that. Yeah, you can just sit down. I think we're going to start. I think that drum roll was my cue, right? I think that drum roll was my cue. Welcome all. Welcome to this service that is so anticipated throughout the year, and certainly as we lean into the season of Advent and come to this Sunday, which is the third Sunday in Advent. It is the Sunday that we light the pink candle, and Ben will do so for us, along with the other two. And we begin. Welcome to All Souls, where all souls are welcome. We are so fortunate this evening to have a very important member and leader of the Norwich congregation join us. Reverend Diane Daniels is playing Demeter this afternoon. And so we welcome Reverend Diane, and to all others. And we begin. We're going to begin with the offering so that the offering happens and then we can just move right into the service itself. So those of you who know these words by heart, please join me in saying, we give to the work of all souls. Our work weaves the fabric of love called community. To this end, we dedicate ourselves and this our offering. The offering will be gratefully received. We all said thank you. Thank you for all that you have given and shared. Thank you. We will light our chalice on this sparkling solstice evening in silence, and John, who is serving as one of our readers, will do the honors. Thank you, John. And I also want to acknowledge that there are 21 individuals and households watching in the online pews. We are seeing you. We are aware that you're here. Welcome. Glad that you are with us. We will begin by hearing from the creator of this beloved service, Suzanne Wingrove Hoagland. Suzanne, come on up.
Thank you so much. Welcome to All Souls Winter Solstice celebration. Isn't it a joy to gather together as we couldn't for so many years, several years, blessed be. This is a brief intro to describe just exactly what I was thinking when I was writing this service. I wanted to blend three things: the transformative Christian church services of my youth, the powerful pagan rituals of my adulthood, and the UU principles of radical inclusion. My intention was to weave these ancient words and music together to create a holy trinity of a pagan Christian UU theater piece, songfest, and revival meeting all rolled into one. In the house where I grew up, my parents' copy of the Time Life book series on evolution was on the bookshelves right next to my mother's King James Bible, and we kids read them both. Perhaps that's why when I first read the story of creation in Genesis, I was struck by how the first creation story mimicked the principles of evolution. It all started with a void, then something spoke or banged, then there was water, then dry ground, then vegetation, then creatures in every shape and size. As those 7 days went on, life got so much more interesting. For me, those Bible stories and those science texts were two sides of the same coin, reflecting one another, telling the story from different angles. That is the sensibility that drives this service, which is in three parts: birth, death, and rebirth. For birth, I gathered together our oldest creation myths from different cultures, texts from ancient Sumeria, the Quran, indigenous American people's myths, Lao Tzu, ancient Greeks, and the Old and New Testaments. These are some of the oldest creation stories ever told. I was fascinated by how these words from many different geographical locations and separated by so many years, nevertheless express similar themes, the words even echoing one another. The interplay of the above and below, between darkness and light, gods and goddesses speaking the world into existence, intrigued me. So I took those words from different sources, cut them up, and rewove them into a Unitarian Universalist tapestry. We begin by calling the 5 quarters, or directions, which is also known as casting a circle. This tradition goes far back into human history. A circle creates a sacred space of protection and intention. In this version, you will notice the story of evolution in the words of the quarter calls and those reflected in the words of the scriptures. We also honor the transformative storytelling of our ancestors with the tale of Persephone and Demeter, literally one of the oldest stories recorded in ancient writings. Versions of this story vary among different cultures, hence the 3 alternative choices listed in the script of how Persephone is taken to the underworld. The names change, the plot device changes, but the ultimate resolution is the same in the story and in our ceremony: transformation. A quick word about our cast tonight. Carolyn mentioned the newly ordained minister, the Reverend Diane Daniels from our sister congregation in Norwich, is playing Demeter. We are so lucky to have her. Our traditional representatives from the youth contingent are playing our quarter callers, Liam and Kiana. And we have actual rock stars in our cast tonight. The River Gods are in the house, y'all. And they have solos. And I was recently reminded that John Richards, playing Reader 1, once played Haman in our Purim play, but we will forgive him for that. Thank you for being a good sport, John. And we welcome with such joy Alexis Capon, who grew up in this congregation playing Persephone. She once barreled through these halls as a rowdy child, and after tonight, she will be our queen. Let me let you in on a little secret. If you have ever read words that I have written, you have a special place in my heart. I remember and I am grateful. Let's do a little thing here. If you have ever played, now pay attention everybody, if you have ever played either Demeter or Persephone in this service in previous years, please stand up and remain standing. Yeah, there we go. If you have ever played, to keep standing, if you have ever played either a quarter caller in this service, east, south, west, or north, please stand up. Yeah. If you have ever been a reader 1, 2, or 3 in this service, please stand up. No, keep standing, stay standing. If you have ever been a sun dancer in this production, please stand up. If you have ever sung in the choir currently or in the past, please stand up. And lastly, if you have ever been an audience member in this service on any of our previous 14 years of performing this service, please stand up. Yay. And that, my friends, that is how you create beloved community. Please be seated. And I wanted to let you all know that this will be my final year as director. 14 years is a long time, and I have a rich retired career planned as a cranky old woman. I'm really looking forward to getting on with it. This is my favorite part of the service, is when I get to sit down and hand it off to the players, the readers, and the choir to once again dance this ritual through Unity Hall. And to our fellow travelers on YouTube, welcome to you all, and I have to give a quick shout out to my mama, Ida Wingrove, joining us today from 3,000 miles away in Port Townsend, Washington. Yay. And so once again, we begin again, as always, with a prayer from Reverend Carolyn.
Thank you, Dan. And this is when the lights come down, Mary Drake. Get to it. I invite you to join me in a communion of prayer. Spirit of life and of love, in all the ways known and named. The poet said that all the world will be in love with the night. On this longest night, our souls are nourished by darkness and the blessing of beauty that rises with the moon, whose light shines upon the sea. And oh, the stars, the reassuring stars. All conspire to kindle the solstice fire, and we rest in beauty and anticipation of the dawning light. We rest. On this night, may sorrow be wrapped in hope, hope for a new day, hope for a just peace, hope for love everlasting that begins with us, all of us, so that our beautiful world may someday, soon, spin on an axis of a gentle love. May the congregation say, amen. Amen.
In the beginning, there were only two, the sun god and the earth goddess.
These two had one thought, and it was a mighty thought, that they would make the earth between above and the below, where now lay shimmering only the endless waters.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep.
When there was no heaven, no earth, no height, no depth, no name, when there were no gods.
In the beginning,
When there was no heaven, no earth.
God created the heavens and the earth.
No height, no depth, no name.
The earth was formless and void.
The gods were nameless, natureless, futureless.
Darkness was over the face of the deep.
When sweet and bitter mingled together,
No reed was plaited, no rushes muddied the water.
And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters.
in the waters God created, in the waters.
Where now lay shimmering only endless waters.
Look, it cannot be seen, it is beyond form. Listen, it cannot be heard, it is beyond sound. Grasp, it cannot be held, it is intangible. These three are indefinable, they are one.
And then it came about that these two had one thought, and it was a mighty thought.
And God said,
And God said,
And God said to him, Be.
and God said, let there be.
God said to him, Be, and he is.
God said, let there be light. And there was light.
the name that can be named is not the eternal name.
The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth. The named is the mother of 10,000 things.
These two spring from the same source, but differ in name. This appears as darkness, darkness within darkness, the gate to all mystery.
You're welcome to join in. Just a reminder, this is for all of us to be singing together. So feel free to join in when you see the lyrics appear on the screen.
We have always sought out the gateways of mystery, the gateways to darkness and to light, the gateways to the next step in what we can do, be, and understand.
This solstice time, this moment of cleaving darkness and light, is the moment where we turn to honor and reflect the passing of the darkness and look forward together toward the coming of the light.
Please rise in body and or in spirit as we turn and honor the corners, the directions which map the journey of where we have been before, and the light the way toward where we are going. To the east, we say,
welcome, spirits of the east, spirit of air.
The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep.
Once we moved across the face of nothingness. We were as the air. We moved and lived and had no being. You filled our lungs and gave us breath. Welcome, east and air. We honor you because we come from you.
welcome, east and air. To the south, we say,
welcome, spirits of the south, spirit of fire.
They had one thought, and it was a mighty thought.
You, south, brought the fire. You sparked the first thought that burst us into life. When the fire of our consciousness first said, I am, you lit our whole world on fire. Welcome, south and fire. We honor you because we come from you.
welcome, south and fire. We turn to the west, and we say,
Welcome, spirits of the west, spirit of water.
in the waters, gods were created in the waters.
To the west, were all the waters we were born in. Our senses first tasted life on earth in the ocean, bathed and growing for eons in our watery womb. Welcome, west and water. We honor you because we come from you.
Welcome, west and water. We turn to the north and say,
Welcome, spirits of the north, spirit of earth.
Let the dry ground appear.
To the north lies the solid earth where we pulled ourselves up from Mother Ocean to Mother Earth. From you, we grew food, reached out in community, and walked farther into our possibilities. Welcome, North and Earth. We honor you because we come from you.
welcome, north and earth. Which brings us to the final direction, center, right here.
Form of the formless, image of the imageless.
Center is the direction of spirit, where above meets below. Our four directions signal where we have been, what we have been. Center is where we are right now, and center leads us where we are going. Welcome, center and spirit.
Welcome, center and spirit.
Stand before it. There is no beginning. Follow it, and there is no end.
I invite you to be seated. The moment we became aware of the light was the exact moment we became aware of the darkness.
Thus was the end contained in the very beginning.
After the beginning, after language babbled down from the tower, after the flood.
At dawn, as we pulled ourselves up from the ground to gauge the horizon,
We turned to one another and spoke our words.
We told stories, many stories.
We spoke each other to sleep each night, drowning light into our darkness.
this is one of our stories of the journey between darkness and light.
This is one of the oldest stories we have ever told each other.
With each telling, the light pierces a little deeper into our darkness.
With each telling, the light we have to see by grows brighter.
Once, so long ago, that no one can even remember when, a young girl named Persephone was walking in a flowering meadow on a beautiful day. She was the daughter of the grain goddess called Demeter.
The air was warm, the sun shone upon Persephone. I think this is a drum solo. I think that the sun goddess is about to enter the room. Here she comes. There we go. Yeah, there you go. And do I hear the sound of rippling water? Perhaps? Yes. The air was warm. The sun shone upon Persephone. She paused at the pond and looked at her reflection staring back at her from the water.
What happens next is a mystery.
Some say she reached out for a narcissus flower, a most tantalizing blossom, and fell.
Some say she heard the voice of her grandmother, Hecate, calling to her from deep in the earth, and curiously stepped forward.
Some say Hades, the king of the underworld, came in his chariot and snatched her away.
What we do know is this.
She stumbled and fell.
Or curiously stepped forward.
Or was ruthlessly stolen. What we do know is this. She disappeared.
Vanished.
Completely.
And no one could find her.
And then her mother, Demeter, came looking for her.
Ye fine and glorious gods, whose beams upon mere mortals fall, tell me of Persephone. Have you seen her anywhere?
This we know. She tripped and fell.
Or curiously stepped into dark.
Or ruthlessly was borne away.
Where upon this fruited earth, or upper air, or windy sea will I find my only child, whose fire breathes all life in me?
There is naught can find your child. None but you can bring her home. If you search in every place, you will find what you must own.
Where to find this lurking place where a child cannot be found? Whither, lords, to lead me there? Whither, lords, do I begin? There is no place can hide the child who from my body born and bred. There is no stone left unturned. I will follow where she led.
She looked in the east, but found no Persephone in the clouds and winds of the air. As Demeter turned away from the east in sorrow, the air grew cold and the winds ceased.
She looked to the south, but found no Persephone in the fire and warmth of the southern sky. As Demeter turned from the south in sorrow, the sun grew cold and distant.
She looked to the west, but found no Persephone bathing in the western waters. As Demeter turned from the west in sorrow, the water grew cold and froze, falling hard against the earth.
She looked to the north, to the earth, where always before her daughter had been found, but she found no Persephone resting in the fields or dancing through the meadows. As Demeter turned from the north in sorrow, every grain and fruit and plant began to wither, to sicken, and to die.
Which left her only one direction to search, center, direction of spirit.
Deep into the heart of herself, deep into the darkest pit of her own grief, deep into the cave of creation, Demeter withdrew. Without her, all life upon the earth began to die.
A great voice is heard in Ramah, mourning and great weeping. It is Rachel weeping for her children, and will not be comforted, because they are no more.
And darkness came once again over the face of the earth.
Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter. Deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother. Deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter. Deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother. Deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul. Deep, deep, deep into the heart of the winter. Deep, deep, deep into the womb of the mother. Deep, deep, deep where there is no other song but the song of my soul.
Having exhausted every direction, Demeter finally arrived at the still, quiet center of it all.
Persephone, whom none may name, by secret scheming has been thrown. No direction holds her place. No direction leads her home.
And a still small voice in the heart of herself replied,
Your daughter dwells in underworld.
Bring her back to me, my lord.
Seek not the living in the dead.
She cannot die whose life's reborn.
Seek not outside what lies within.
Even in death, there's living still. Though underworld, she dwells in light. The light she carried into dark will lead her out now, blazing bright.
The light and you must find the way. Another's light will only bulk the path alone that you must travel on, the path alone that you must walk.
Though in death I'm living still, though deep in doubt I dwell in light. The light I carried into dark now will lead me out, blazing bright.
Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night, fearful of the night. Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night, fearful of the night. Though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night, fearful of the night.
Deep in the heart of the world, where earth meets no earth, Persephone heard her mother's queenly words. She cried out to her mother, and her beloved mother heard her.
Persephone, you've returned to me.
In darkness, I turned to my own light.
You will stay with me now.
Until I must return.
Why must you return to the place of fear?
The only darkness I had to fear in the underworld was the darkness I carried there within myself. That place of greatest darkness is where I found the greatest light.
How can you leave me?
I do not leave you. You find me everywhere. Wherever darkness meets light, you will find me.
Now the earth and light and life will return. Now everything will grow.
Yes, grow again each spring and die again each winter. In a beautiful circle, life everlasting, world without end.
Persephone, you are forever changed.
Mother, I entered the underworld a frightened child. Now, I am its queen.
Solstice doesn't happen in the sky or in a church. Solstice happens in our own hearts.
Every story we tell of light piercing darkness.
A child born in a manger into poverty in a conquered country.
Of lamps miraculously lit for 9 days.
Of the solstice, the place where the great wheel of life turns once more towards the sun.
We are celebrating the beautiful light we carry in ourselves, where we find the light we have to see by, and we draw forth light to illuminate our own path and that of those around us.
We now release the corners, the map and pathways of our journey of life.
From the east, from the void and formlessness we came from, we thank and release you.
We thank and release you.
From the south, from the spark of intention that brought us to light, we thank and release you.
We thank and release you.
From the west, from the water we were born in, we thank and release you.
We thank and release you.
From the Mother Earth, who cushioned our feet upon her body as we return from the sea, we thank and release you.
We thank and release you.
Which brings us to center, to the final corner, the one we call from within ourselves.
And we walk forward boldly into center and spirit. We call out this light of spirit in ourselves and in our world and pass that light on, each to the other.
We thank and honor these, the 5 directions that map the pathway of our journey of life, from darkness to light, from formlessness to form and back again, from air to earth to spirit, world everlasting, world without end.
Somewhere inside of winter there's a rush of golden light streaming all around you, and yet with you in your wildest waking dream, silence tells you secretly
To be seated. There is thanks to pay. There is thanks to pay. To Catherine and the choir, thank you so much. You spent so much time rehearsing for this service, and it is so deeply appreciated. Thank you so much. To our musicians, Trey Cardavalsa, we always look forward to seeing you at this service. Trey, thanks you for being with us. Jonathan Town, it is your birthday today. We are so grateful to celebrate with you. And of course, Becky Noreen and Bill Groth, thank you both so much for enhancing us. Adam Mathiasen on tech, we thank you. And this is a very complicated service. Tammy Barber, I don't know if you're in the online pews, but for these beautiful suns that you built and the beautiful slides and images that we so enjoy and so enhances our experience, thank you so much for that. To all of the players, Liam and Kiana, for Reverend Diane Daniels, for Lexi Capon, Shami for our sun dancer, did such a beautiful job. John Richards, Ben Parent, so fun to have them up here. 14 years, Suzanne Wingrove Hoagland has been lovingly, hold your applause, hold on. I got a lot more to say, hold on 1 second. Suzanne has lovingly been putting together this service for 14 years. It is so challenging to pull this service together. As joyful as it is as challenging. Can I get an amen, Suzanne Wingrove Hoagland? It is not easy. There are a lot of cogs in this wheel. And yet Suzanne has done it 13 years in a row saying, let's do it again next year. And for that, you have given this congregation one of the most remarkable gifts in this season. And so your mother must be very proud of you as she is watching from Washington State. We are all not only proud of you, we are so grateful to you, Suzanne. We will keep the ritual and the tradition going somehow. We may be limping along next year, but we know we can count on you to help us when we need. So, Ben, hand me those flowers. Bring them to Suzanne. Ben Parent is bringing Suzanne this beautiful bouquet of flowers, and we now all thank you from the bottom of our hearts. All right, there are indeed announcements. So if you want to all sit down, what? Did I not say Lexi? You did not. Sure. Did I? No. Well, Lexi Capon, ladies and gentlemen. How was that possible? Lexi was 12 when I got to All Souls, and so as Suzanne said, it is so delightful to see you here with your children, to see your mother and stepfather here, your sister, your children. It's just a joyful, one of those joyful moments in a ministry. And thanks for singing. Okay, if you guys want to sit down for these announcements, you're welcome to do that. All right, this is what you need to know. Tuesday, December 19th, that's this Tuesday at 6 p.m., Reverend Katrina is going to be leading a Blue Christmas service. That is for anyone who has experienced loss in the past year or is having a difficult time in this season. This is the service to hold all of that complicated feeling in this moment. So again, 6 o'clock, and come on down. The Christmas Eve candlelight service is next Sunday, the 24th, of course, at 6 p.m. There is one service at 6 p.m. The Good Neighbor offering, as it always is the Minister's Discretionary Fund, which supports folks who are in need and other organizations that share our values. And we are told that the community room is going to be completed by next week. So come for the service, but stay for coffee hour is the message there. And that is a Christmas sharing circle on Zoom on Christmas on December 25th at 11 a.m. If you would like to participate in this, you need to register by December 21st. I don't know what day the 21st is. I think it's Wednesday. Thursday. Okay, so by this Thursday, the 21st, you need to register. The information was in last week's weekly news. Suzanne Colton Carey is the person to contact. I think that is everything. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Happy Solstice, and we will see you next Sunday for Christmas Eve service. Get home safely.